Good morning, everybody, to another segment of Healthy Habits cooking series. Today we're going to be making a Pak Choi Salmon Bowl. I would like by saying a special welcome to our Brilliant Detroit families and our Project Healthy Community recipients. Today we're going to get started. First thing you're going to want to do is collect all of your ingredients. A couple of things are going to cook at different times, such as the rice and the salmon. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to get your water boiling for your rice, and you're going to get your oil heated up. I want to throw in some garlic. So before I do the salmon, I'm actually going to get our microgreens going. We're going to start by just putting some of them in there. So I have some microgreens in there. I also have some regular pak choi. Maybe like a minute and a half you're going to cook it, and then it should be all set. I'm going to add a little bit more oil. Just about half a tablespoon or so. And then we're going to plop the salmon on. And again, we're going to do it scales down so that it cooks. And then once it is pretty much fully done cooking, then we'll flip it over to sear the sides to get a nice little crispy. And then it should be all set for us. Salmon only needs to take about anywhere from like 7 to 10 minutes or so. It's usually about how long I cook it for. You can cook it as long or as little as you want. Again, it's just kind of like a fragile kind of meat, so it's easy to overcook it. While that's cooking, I'm going to throw in our rice. You're going to boil the water first to get it up nice to temp. You're going to want to add in your rice. Make sure you stir it. At this point, you can season the rice if you want to. A little salt and pepper, a little oil if you'd like, or you can just kind of have it as it is and season it at the end. Rice at the stovetop usually takes about 45 minutes to an hour to cook. So you're gonna get it up to temp, and then you're gonna turn it down to a low simmer. We have our bok choy and our microgreens. We have our little seasoning, and we have our sauce that I'm gonna teach you guys how to make. So for the sauce today, we're doing a sriracha mayonnaise. Sriracha mayonnaise is something you can buy in the store pre-made in a nice bottle, or you can get some sriracha and some mayonnaise and mix together and make your own. So you have sriracha, some mayonnaise. I'm going to add a little bit of lime juice for flavor. Now this is going to be sprinkled on top. It's going to be kind of like a little drizzle sauce on top, and you don't need a lot to make this dish really stand out, just like that. And you want to make sure you can drizzle it a little bit. You don't want it too thick. You also don't want it too runny. So while the rice is cooking, while the salmon's doing its thing, come on over here and I'll show you what kind of vegetables we're going to be using. So we have a nice green onion. I use the green parts, but you can use all parts of the green onion. We also have some bell pepper. I chose red to add a little bit of color. We also have some radishes, some daikon radishes, and also some cucumber. I got some black sesame seeds for a little bit of added flavor and to throw on top for a little bit of looks. And we have some soy sauce, which I'm going to add to the rice once it's done cooking for a little bit more added flavor throughout. So you got your nice bed of rice. We're going to add a little bit of soy sauce. Just going to add a little bit of flavor in it. Nice little peppers. Throw a little green onion on. We'll add in our cucumbers. Now again, if you don't want whole slices, you can make them into like cute little wedges of our microgreens and bok choy. Also gonna add in some of our salmon. So the salmon and the rice, I would suggest cooling it down before you add it to your dish. Or you can have it warm, but I usually like to have it cooled down a little bit so that it's not all hot and steaming and you're not left with hot cucumbers or hot peppers all warm and melted together. Do a nice little drizzle. And I'm gonna top it with some sesame seeds. And there you have it, your salmon pak choi microgreen bowl. Now this is a really good meal to make the day of. You can also make it and cover it, put it in the fridge, and have it as a later meal. You can make it for a nice dinner. And there you have it. Thank you again for joining us for another Healthy Habits cooking demonstration. Please like and subscribe and let us know what you think in the comments.